Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May the peace and blessings and safety from God Almighty be upon you all. A common question I get from reverts and new Muslims is, how can we improve our relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, with God Almighty? Through pondering and deliberation, I have understood a three-step approach. Number one, you got to improve your relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through servitude. And servitude is worshipping God Almighty and trying your level best to live your life upon the do's, meaning doing that which God Almighty asks you to do and staying away from the don'ts, staying away from that which God Almighty asks you to stay away from. So servitude is number one. Number two, patience. Patience is your greatest travel buddy in this journey as a new Muslim. Why? Because when you become a Muslim, shaitan, the devil, is going to work against you in every way or form. He's going to provide against you severe pushback, because the last thing he wants is for you to become established in your faith. So you have to be patient. You have to fight through the turbulence of his pushback. Also, he will inspire some of the community around you, the community that you've just left, relatives that you might have had, friends that you might have had. He will inspire them to also provide a pushback for you. They might change their attitudes towards you. They might now have this wish not to associate themselves with you, and this no doubt will bring to you emotional stress. You have to be patient through that turbulence, knowing that whilst they have forsaken you, God Almighty hasn't forsaken you. And the third step to this approach in terms of improving your relationship with God Almighty is to know that God Almighty is the most forgiving, the most merciful. Never ever lose hope in the mercy of God Almighty. If you slip, don't become overwhelmed. Turn to Him, seek forgiveness, and believe that He has forgiven you. And then seek assistance from Him and get up from wherever you are, seeking forgiveness from God Almighty, believing that you are forgiven, with renewed inspiration to try again with regards to the matters of your faith. And if you slip again, turn back to Him again. For more information, visit islamwise.org or newmuslimacademy.org.